Hi friends, welcome to Cindy's Corner. It's a Friday night and I finished my work week and now I'm winding things down. I'm gonna fix myself a snack plate and a special beverage, and this time we're gonna go seasonal. So I'm making a pumpkin spice cocktail and I've made a special cream cheese dip, and I'll go into that right now. So what I made is a mixture. It's called Cranberry cream cheese spread. So what I've got in here is 8 ounces of cream cheese. We have a half a cup of chopped dried apricots, half a cup of dried chopped cranberries. I've also got 2 tablespoons of orange juice, a teaspoon of orange zest, which makes it smell amazing and tastes really good, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. So I made this last night. It's been sitting in the fridge overnight, letting all the flavors melt. And now I'm just going to kind of top it with some decoration. So here's how I have my cranberry and my dried apricot. That's how fine I chopped it for this, okay? So it'd be nice little pieces. So what I'm gonna do to decorate this is just sprinkle some of those little bits on top. You know, this thing I think could be extremely versatile for just everyday and entertaining. I could totally see making this into a cheese ball, you know, and with chopped walnuts all around it. And I can totally see this morning I had this on some toast. It was delicious. I could see it on a wrap. I could see you kind of making mini cheese balls. I've seen this on Pinterest where somebody made mini cheese balls and stuck a pretzel stick in it so you could just kind of pop it in your mouth. Real easy finger food. So I really think that this would be definitely something to put on your repertoire for the holidays. But I think it could be all year long too. Okay, so to go with this, I'm starting my plate off with I have the Brenton crackers. I have also some Ritz crackers. And I was thinking, what would go with this? That would be nice. And at my store, my grocery store, they had these rolls, brown bread rolls, like this, okay? And what I've done is I just cut them into elongated slices. I'm gonna stick that on my plate. I think this will be very nice with this spread. Okay, maybe that's enough for right now. Okay, and then I've been hankering for some fresh vegetables, you know, so what I did is I cut up some celery and green pepper. I was thinking that this might go really nice with green pepper, so I'm gonna put some of that on my plate as well. And of course, when you have something like this, you wanna get yourself some of these kind of things. They're called spreaders. Now this is a pretty tiny one, but it's great for like this size dish right here, okay? So by having that on your plate, it just makes everything easy. So I'm gonna put some of these celery sticks on here as well. Okay, and the other thing I thought that would be really nice with this is if you have these walnut halves, okay, I think putting some of that spread on this and popping in your mouth would be very tasty. So I'm gonna add some of these to my platter as well. So I think, you know, try to find the biggest pieces that you have so that you have something like this. This would be excellent. See, that's a pretty big one. So things like that would be really nice to stick on here as well. But I think that brown bread's going to be really tasty with this, okay? All right, so, gosh, this looks really good. So here is my platter, okay? So I've got my cream cheese spread. I've got some crackers. I've got celery sticks. I've got some green pepper. And I've got brown bread and walnuts. And I'm all set for this, okay? So I'm gonna put this to the side and then we're gonna come back and work on our pumpkin spice cocktail. That'll be fun. Now, you know, I have been talking to you about how to use a cocktail shaker and how if you have a shaker or if you don't have a shaker, how to do it. I also frequently will just stir my cocktails in a measuring cup. I find that really easy, but tonight's recipe, I really think you need a cocktail shaker for this. Now, I looked it up online, when to use a cocktail shaker and when not to use a cocktail shaker. So it basically, anytime you have some kind of fizzy liquid, don't use a shaker. But anytime you have something that has some thickness to it, some body to the ingredients, that would definitely be the time to use a cocktail shaker. So for this guy, let me lay out some of these ingredients. Okay, so we have vodka, we have Cointreau, we got 2 tablespoons of pumpkin puree. We've got a tablespoon of honey. We have an ounce of fresh squeezed lime juice. And we have pumpkin pie spice, the good stuff, okay? All right, so now we're gonna start getting this in. Now, since I've kind of pre-measured the lime juice, we're gonna put that in first. Okay, so remember I had talked to you about the shot glasses. You have to measure your shot glasses, see how much is in it. I have 2 completely different size shot glasses. One is much bigger than this, but they have the same measurement. They're still only 2 ounces each, okay? So now for the vodka, we're gonna put 2 ounces of vodka in this. And then it's going to be 1 ounce of Cointreau. That's an orange liqueur. Okay, so that's half of this. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna put the pumpkin pie spice in here. I've already got ice in here, by the way. I'm gonna get a spoon here and put the pumpkin. Okay, and the honey. Now, what I did to make it easier for me to get the honey out of here was I put just a teeny bit of coconut oil in this container and I smeared it around so that it would be easier to get the honey out of here, and that really worked. Okay, but you know what, maybe I'll just put an extra little squirt of honey, because you know you never get all of it out of there. So there we go. Okay, all right. Okay, so now we're going to put the topper on and we're going to shake. Okay, so when you have, so you can already see the ice is making condensation here. So when you have a cocktail that is shaking, you want to shake it until you cannot hold it anymore, till it's too cold, okay? So, you know, while I'm doing this, it'd be great if you could tell me if you have a favorite fall cocktail. Is there something that you like to drink that's very seasonal for the fall? You know, we've got a lot of entertainment coming up, and now's the time to start looking for some recipes. Okay, this is pretty cold now. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so now I've got a vintage glass. This is ribbed. It's got a nice, pretty gold rim on it, and that's the glass I'm using tonight. So we're gonna pour this into our glass. Wow, that looks pretty darn interesting. The other thing, when I was looking up about shaking drinks in a shaker, it said that part of the purpose of putting in a shaker is not only chill the drink, but the fact that the ice is getting shaken, it starts to release some of its water, and that's supposed to dilute the drink slightly. And that's the way all cocktail recipes are created, so that they are meant to be diluted with the ice. Okay. Now, what they recommend, so here's what it looks like. Okay. Wow, that smells really good. So what they recommend is that you garnish this with a cinnamon stick. Okay. So you can buy these at your grocery store. And I know that this cinnamon stick is just going to fall in it if I put it in there. So what I have is I have a toothpick that I'm going to insert into this, okay? And then that will actually just rest across the top of my drink. And doesn't that make a nice presentation? I really like that. Okay, and then I have a little cocktail straw to add in here too. Okay, so I hope you have a great weekend. We are, this is the first weekend in November. So here actually in New York City, we're going to be having a little bit of a heat wave. It's going to be in the upper 60s. When I came home from work tonight, it was 69 degrees. So I'm excited that this weekend is going to be really nice. And I'll be getting out, probably going to Central Park to see all the leaves have turned and, you know, get some great photographs. I wish you a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourself. Have fun with friends. Be good to yourself. Be good to someone else. And I'll see you over on Facebook. Cheers.